Hello and welcome to CivilNet. My guest today is Zara Ingilizian. She is the co-founder of Digital Pomegranate. Zara, thank you for joining us here at CivilNet.
Thank you.
And I think you just drove in from Gyumri, where you attended, organized, I don't know what the word is, participated in the Gyumri Tech Conference.
Yes, actually, the other co-founder is my husband, Todd Fabakar.
Whom we interviewed last week.
That's right, who you interviewed last week. And we had organized a tech conference in Gyumri to promote entrepreneurship in the IT space in Armenia, which is a key priority for the country, and also we think a key opportunity for the country.
Yeah, I must say I was following it on Twitter and on Facebook, and there was I saw that there was a lot of people who attended, and CivilNet was there, and we did a report, and there's a lot of buzz about it. And actually, a friend of mine on Facebook, who we've met only through Facebook, said, I've been telling my family for years that Gyumri is the city to do all of this, and she was thrilled to hear about it. And I think there's been a great positive vibe, because we're tired of hearing the bad things. We want to talk about possibilities and see the potential. Did you get that sense?
Yeah, absolutely. We had such terrific attendance, and there was standing room only, which was really exciting. And there were people there, I think, from all ages, if you may. There were, young students. There were middle-aged people who may not be in IT, but I think they were really curious and they really came to learn. So we felt there was tremendous energy during the day, and of course our goal is to ensure that that energy will have momentum moving forward. Mm-hmm. So it was extremely exciting. We see a lot of potential in the city. Obviously the city has had a great deal of tragedy with the earthquake and so on and so forth. But our goal is to, obviously we recognize that, and we're very empathic, but our goal is to move forward.
Sure. Yeah, it's about seeing the potential in a city that does have a great sort of legacy in development and industry and art.
Yes.
In Armenia. Zara, I want to talk a little bit about you, if you don't mind, because I was looking over your CV, which was pages and pages long, and prior to getting involved in Digital Pomegranate, you have been, a senior executive in many different kinds of, it's called consumer products executive, and you have driven growth in some really legendary brands that we know. And to be quite honest, when here at CivilNet, we kind of sort of found out that you had something to do with Oreo cookies. Everyone was in a Twitter because, oh my goodness, maybe she'll bring some Oreos with her. So tell me, how do you transition from that corporate world, or you're still in the corporate world, through Digital Pomegranate, and now you're sort of veering attention away from your home base, which is the United States, New York, and now in Armenia?
Sure, I'll bring it full circle. Basically, I'm taking a little break from the corporate world.
Which you probably needed.
Yeah, since I've been in the corporate world for almost 25 years. I started out with Kraft Foods back in 1989 in finance, and then I moved into sales planning. Then I transitioned into marketing. So I've been in 3 different functions, and I've worked in many different divisions of Kraft Foods. So I've marketed coffee and cereal and desserts. I've marketed snacks, hence Oreo cookies. I was the vice president of cookies. One of my favorite titles.
What a great title.
I've been senior director of Jell-O. I mean,
I don't think our viewers are going to forget you.
So it's been, it was a privilege, because I learned tremendously in that organization. So forever grateful for all the opportunities that were presented. And of course, I also worked really hard. Afterwards, I moved to a company called Diageo, which is the largest beverage alcohol company in the world. And I found myself in a very different world, which is actually the reason why I decided to make the transition, because I wanted to do something different, still in the consumer marketing space, which is my passion and my expertise, but to do a very different category and a very different industry. So I moved to Diageo in May of 2011. and I started to run there the vodka and the rum business.
So for
a million years, I never thought I'll be marketing vodka.
I was going to say, from marketing cookies and Jello to liquors.
Yeah, it was quite different. Yeah, because in my former world of craft, I was marketing moms with kids, and then I moved into beverage alcohol.
I don't want to know how you were marketing
to adult males, and hence again very different cohort to market to, and which is why another reason why I was curious in terms of marketing in a very different to a very different audience. Anyhow, I ran the vodka and the rum business, and then I had the opportunity to move over and run the whiskey and the rum business. So some legendary brands such as Johnny Walker and Crown Royal and so on and so forth, Captain Morgan, were part of this portfolio. So it was really exciting because they put me into this world of lifestyle and luxury, because some of the items we sell are quite expensive. And it was a different way to go to market, so I actually really enjoyed it. Then afterwards, in terms of taking a break from my corporate jobs, if you may, and consumer-facing marketing, Todd and I had been discussing for a while that what can we do for Armenia. And obviously there's a lot of efforts that take place in the United States in terms of giving aid to Armenia, whether it's aid to the orphans or aid to children or aid to the elderly, which of course, you know, we believe is very important. But there was one particular challenge that we really were passionate about, which is how to overcome the brain drain or the migration out of Armenia. You know, it's very difficult. I'm originally from Armenia myself, and we immigrated back in 1978. But it's very difficult for me to ask Armenian people, why do you leave? Since I have left. So instead of asking that question, the opportunity was, what can we do to assist? What can we do to give back? And participate, what I think is really nation building, since Armenia is a nascent country. It's relatively new. When you really step back and think about it, this is a new country.
Sure.
And I think sometimes we forget that that is the case. And
yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot of hard work to build a nation, rebuild a nation. So the idea was, how can we give back in a way that will promote job creation? So we could still contribute to the orphanages or what have you, again, which is very important. But
they don't solve problems.
That's right. They don't solve long-term problems. They don't create long-term jobs. It's not. It's our duty, I think, to help as much as we can. But it's not. It's not innovative. So it's not really going to grow and prosper. So we wanted to operate in a space that will allow the country and the people to grow and prosper. Hence the reason for technology. Now, I told you earlier, I'll bring this full circle. My husband is a fabulous software developer. He's been doing it for 25 years or so. I've been in the consumer marketing space and running businesses. My background is also consumer marketing and general management for 25 years. So we thought it could really create this unique partnership where this is a technology-driven initiative, and obviously I'm not, that is not my background, but he is. So it's a technology-led initiative. So he has written this fabulous software that we think can really bring opportunity to the people of Gyumri. And what I do is I partner with him in terms of the marketing of the initiative. Our Digital Pomegranate is a agency model, and I have a great deal of background in terms of working with agencies, agency relationships. How do you get great work from agencies? So sort of that is the role that I play. So he's the tech guy and I'm the marketing person.
Sounds like a good marriage.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned you were born in Armenia, Zara, and we met just last week and we were talking, and it's interesting how, you know, it's always this backward, forward movement that we had, and you talked about this brain drain, and we don't think about this brain circulation, that we are a nation, like you said, dispersed throughout the world. We have huge potential, huge, huge networking capabilities, and oftentimes we fail to utilize them or fail to see them. You know, we don't find those right plugins. How are we going to connect people with your attributes and your history and your experience to innovation in Armenia? I know oftentimes we've discussed and we think, well, maybe it's because we haven't had statehood for centuries, that we don't know how to govern ourselves and all of that. What do you think? I mean, I'm sure there are many people who think like you, but who don't jump. What caused you to jump and to say, okay, we're going to do this? Because you didn't have to.
Sure, I think.
I mean, other than the love of country and all of that, but I mean, is it going to be a money-making adventure? And it should be, I think. But is this what you think? Is this a business model as opposed to, being a benefactor or benevolence and charity and all of that?
I think it's a combination of all of them, but I think more importantly, our goal was to bring innovative opportunities and ideas to the country. And the other part of it is, I don't know if I would call it, there is an aspect of giving back. I don't know if the right term is, maybe benevolent is the right term. I found myself, and I think Todd would also agree, is as we grew older, it was no longer enough just to be successful. So I enjoyed running businesses, and I had tremendous success in running those businesses. But what happened was, as I got older, suddenly it wasn't just about that next promotion. Mm-hmm. I think I was seeking ways to have a greater purpose. Sort of, so when you ask the question, what is the purpose in life? Suddenly you step back and say, well, it cannot be that promotion. I think it basically, and this happened over a variety of years. It wasn't sort of that I woke up one day, I said, oh no, I don't have a purpose, I need to get myself a purpose. It sort of happened over the past 5 years when I starting to wonder, what can I do to make a difference? How can I have an impact, small or big? Sometimes it starts small and it could be big. And the opportunity was, maybe we can do this in Armenia. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how it came together.
It's tremendous because, yeah, you're right. As you do get older, you begin to think about that sense of fulfillment and what have I done and what am I sort of leaving behind, and it's about applying the knowledge and skills that you have for a greater good. I think that what you're doing is really fantastic and very progressive, I would say, because Armenia diaspora, we buttress both worlds, and we living here now look at the diaspora and think, oh, there's so many things that the diaspora can do which it's not doing, and Armenia is not respondent to the things that diaspora wants to do. So initiatives like this one, when they become successful and sustainable and long-term, and they do have spin-off, it's not a one-off thing that you come and you do something like you build a building and you hand it over and you say, here's the building, do with it what you please. But it's about bringing experience and innovation. So what are the next steps for Digital Pomegranate and the Gyumri Tech Hub that you're trying to create?
So we recently launched it, and it was actually a really exciting week because we were able to actually open the offices officially at the Techno Park of Gyumri, which I believe will have an official opening in a couple of weeks. So we are on our way. We have recently acquired some clients. Some of them are in the United States. Some of them are here in Armenia. And we have recently completed training the team. We have a fabulous project manager with the name of Gyumri Ingilizian. She's the person to call if people are interested in starting up their online business, which we believe is an imperative to conducting any business these days in the world, no matter where you are. That's how you get found. So our goal is to train, and I underscore that. That's really an important part of this venture, is to train them, the young people, in terms of how to use the software that Todd has developed, and to start servicing more and more clients. So our goal is to hire as much as we can, and of course get new clients as quickly as possible. So we are looking to ramp up basically in the next 6 months.
Well, I hope that also means that we'll be seeing you more often here in Armenia and in Gyumri. And
I hope so. I hope so. I've already been back twice the past 6 months. So
well, there you go.
Good.
It's a good trend.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming and talking to us, and all the best of luck. And I know you're going to be leaving in a few days, but we'll be waiting for your return and catch up with you maybe in Gyumri next time.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
I'd like to remind our viewers that my guest was Zara Ingilizian. She's the co-founder of Digital Pomegranate. Stay with CivilNet.